And then the cycle goes back to the beginning again. So you think you're an advanced student, you're able to interconnect many things, you have this understanding of yourself, you can listen to a teacher, you can follow Ron through an advanced yoga jam class, you figure it out, and then you come to Mysore class and you're working on a brand new posture, and there you are, right back at the beginning again. And if you try to approach something new or difficult, thinking that you know already, you probably won't get it. When you approach a new posture, or you're learning again, feels like again, a new action, for me the best method and the best approach is to just give it all up and go right back to beginner mind again. Clear the slate, try to let it all go, and start all over again, as if you've never done it ever before. And that ability is what keeps us young at heart.
When you first were reading the beginners, I was like, but it's always a beginner.
Exactly. That's why I ended it with, we just come right back to the beginning again.
And if you can't have that mind, then why are you going to have to teach beginners? You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think as soon as you think you're not a beginner, then why would you have to stop? Because you're never going to go anywhere.
That's right. Your learning has ended at that point. Once you think you know, it's over. You're done. You've reached the end of the road.
And the yoga is, I think that's what keeps, for me, it's what keeps me in the yoga, because it's just endless never.
And that's why it's really fun to take so you have a class, it's going, you know, if you've been teaching, say now for a few years, you have your regular students, you're getting pretty good, they can follow you, they can do the basic stuff, and then what do? You take them to a pose that you know they can't do, you know that they can't do it, and then you start from the beginning again. You show them, you do the demonstration so they can see, they've never seen it before, so you have to go to the beginning, you have to show them, then you have to break it down into the main actions, and you have to talk them through it one action at a time, because they're learning it again, they're learning something from the beginning. If you're not able to break it down for them, good chance you won't be able to teach them. You understand how the breaking down of the actions is, those are the building blocks to the poses. So without being able to break down the actions, your ability to teach poses becomes very superficial. All you're teaching at that point is basic shapes, which is what a lot of yoga teachers do who don't know. Beginner yoga teachers, beginner students teaching yoga are just teaching basic shapes. They cannot articulate the actions in the various body parts that are creating the pose. What I would like to do with all of you this afternoon is have you do a little teaching assignment. And I want you to, in your teaching assignment, consider all of the above. Meaning some people are visual learners, some people are auditory learners, and some people are kinesthetic learners. You are going to be working with one partner today, and you will be assigned a muscle group. And your project will be to teach, and you can choose. There's tons of freedom here within this muscle group. You'll be assigned to teach the actions of the muscles, the actions of, and then you're going to build a little class segment on that. So you're going to have freedom here to create a little, maybe 10-minute class on a muscle or muscle group. So your job is to break it down, to teach the action, to build those actions into a couple of postures, and then to link a couple of postures together to create the beginning of a class or the middle of a class, whatever. The challenge will be to make it interesting and fun. The challenge will be to keep people awake and engaged. To come up here and just go blah, 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 blah is not the job. I want you to go away with, for however long it takes, maybe 20 minutes, half an hour, and brainstorm, and come back with something that is creative, funny, dynamic, strong, engaging, and powerful. 20 minutes, go. Okay, no, I'm serious. It's like, I want you to put some energy into this. I want you to come back with something that's interesting. Do it any way you like. Be creative. Have some fun with this. Be yourself. Be yourself. More important than anything else when you're teaching is that you learn to speak and teach from your own self. You have to learn to just let go of any idea of what you have about yourself and your persona and how you project out into the world. Just be yourself. Just let it go. Whatever that is. Are you, what type of teacher are you? What type of teacher will you be? How will you connect with your students? There's so many different ways. Try to bring that forward. Try to let yourself just be that person. And integrate the information and be intelligent in that integration. So build it from the beginning. This is what we're going to work on today. And now we're going to do this pose, and we're going to integrate that action into this pose. And now we're going to link 3 postures, 2 or 3 or 4 postures together, all linking now the same action. Great. By the end of your class, by the end of your little demonstration, everybody in the room should have had a very clear experience of what those muscles do in the body. We are teaching our yoga, when we're teaching yoga, we're teaching anatomy to our students. They don't even know it, but that's what they're learning. They're learning about their bodies through the class. You don't have to name the muscles. It's not that. You could, but you don't have to. Some people are a little more technical that way than others. It's not important to name it, but it's certainly important to know it. Because once you know it, it'll just come through you. If you don't know it, there's no hope of it coming through you. So here are the different groups. And let's break it up so that we'll start from here. You'll be 1, Linda, you'll be 2. And then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. No, actually, forget that. Just break up into partners. One group will be the lateral rotators. Lateral rotators, right here. One group, the internal rotators. The internal rotators. Over here, quads. The 2 boys at the back, hamstrings.